current scenario. And I think, Dr. Gupta, the way we will try and do this is I will try and maybe mention a few things to you, and you may want to respond and explain some concepts around that, or your experiences around that. So, so I think the first and the most important point from a reclaiming resilience point of view is more, as we see in last 1.5, 2 years, the news that comes around us in the TV, in the media, our friends, our family, is everyone keeps talking about how COVID has impacted us. We have many of our colleagues have lost the near dear ones. Someone in the family has been impacted. Every single individual has been touched in some way or the other, and they kind of feel the pain. In such a scenario, how can you really continue to remain resilient, and what is it that you really can do? Because the environment around us is so much negative, so much pessimistic, I must say, and the news flow all around is that way. So I think some thoughts from your end in terms of how you advise how people deal with that.
Thank you, Shishir, for such nice words and wonderful thoughts. And Om Shanti to all of you, and welcome to this wonderful evening. Well, if I'm to say, you see, I've been taking sessions, and the term that has been coined for the present times is uncertain, difficult, challenging, and everything we call turbulent times. But one thing, if you understand, that when we label it as uncertain times, the beauty of uncertain times is that everything is also possible. You see, and that possibility has to be created by us. There is no doubt, with due respect, that the virus has created turmoil, but these situations have been coming and going. But what is happening today is that the whole world is predominantly living with the emotions of fear and panic. And why this is, I'll tell you. Because the environment that we are creating is not the consequence of the news that is coming. Remember, the environment that each one of us is creating is a conscious choice of our own mind. Now, what happens is that when this negative energy is continuously coming to us, we are absorbing this energy. Most of us do that. Oh, itna death hua, so many people are dying. Then the second thing that we do is we radiate that energy. We have a forward button in our mobile. We radiate the same negative energy to other people. All the people thinking about the same negative things, so many people dying, so many people doing this, so many people are not getting medicine, beds are not there, and the energy goes around the world, and the whole world is living in fear. 95% increase in anxiety, 25% increase in depression, 35% increase in divorce rates. That is what is the statistics as of today. The third thing that each one of us can do, and that is the crux of resilience, is we can neither create or neither destroy energy, but we can transform the energy. So what we have to do is we have to transform the energy. The energy that is going inside may be negative, but it's my own choice that how do I process that we are going to understand today. How beautifully with live examples that we can process the same energy and come out with a very beautiful environment. And the practical proof is, Shishir, you would understand and resonate with me, is that this time has brought the worst out of the people also, but this time has also brought out the best out of the people also. Why this? Because it's a matter of our own perspective, how we are looking at the same situations, and we can completely transform. So there's no doubt, with due respect, that lives have been lost. But there are also lives that have been saved by our own inner power. The resilience is such a beautiful quality that just by your own inner thoughts, you can actually give a positive signal to your own body and you start healing yourself. It's like an orchestra, each individual musical instrument is capable. But when a central command goes that you are powerful, you are safe, the whole instruments lose their individual intelligence and they start playing a symphony. And that is what is reclaiming resilience for me.
Thank you very much, Doctor. I think that those are wonderful words. And yeah, I agree. I mean, it is all in your mind in terms of how you respond and how you radiate energy, and whether you become a victim to the whole scenario or you try and seize the opportunity and try and do different things. So, I mean, you have taken sessions multiple places in these times. Are there examples that you can share where people have taken opportunities? They've converted this kind of a scenario into an opportunity and done something which is converted into very positive. In fact, in our organization also, I have seen several areas where people have really gone out and supported colleagues, friends, and taken care of them and done a lot of good things. And you feel very proud about it as well. But anything that you would like to share here?
Each one of you have done it. There is no doubt. But I'll share some beautiful study that we have done in our hospital. See, our Lok Nayak Hospital in Delhi is the biggest hospital probably in the India, which is catering with more than 3,000 beds, all COVID patients. And I'm in the super specialty wing. So what we did was we thought that our doctors are working day in and out. So what we did was we went to them in person, not on Zoom or not on, YouTube. We went to them in person. We talked to them. All these young people, young chaps who are wearing a PPE kit in a temperature of 30, 40 degrees. They are sweating, no air conditioners, nothing. Look at the level of stress that they will be going through. So what we did, we went to them, we analyzed and measured their stress levels, and we gave them practical counseling sessions. Why? Because let me tell you, remember, you never get tired by your body. You get fatigued because your mind gets fatigued. That's the bottom line. So if you make them empowered so powerfully that you are powerful, you are not just treating. Remember, if my job is to treat a patient, then I may be stressful. But when I understand that my job is not to treat the patient, but to heal a patient, then I have to be resilient first. I have to be completely stress-free first. And then I heal the patient both with medicines as well as your mind. My dear friends, disease is two words, dis plus ease. When the easiness is going away, both physically and mentally, you become. You don't become diseased by your body. Never. Never. People come with COVID. I have many patients on follow-up. My phone has been ringing 2:45 in the morning till 12 p.m. in the night. COVID patients, beds, everybody is going through this. But those people who had the power to accept what is happening, and they are so resilient, they don't accept that disease, that anything bad is going to happen to me. They are the people who are able to fight back. They are the people who avoid all the hospitalizations. There are immense examples. So happiness and positivity is also created in these times. They are dancing, they are enjoying, they are living with the patients. I'll tell you, in our own hospital, the children ward, the child ward for COVID patients has been created into a beautiful school. Nice drawings, nice play games, video games. You see, the COVID environment is completely changed. Now, what is happening? Yeah. Medicines are being given, same doctors are there, but we are changing our perspective. So that is why each one of you is a doctor. We are double doctors because we are actually treating, but your contribution is positive. And otherwise also, Shishi, you see, 100 patients of COVID, 95% heal automatically. Out of those 5%, only 0.1 to 2% need to go to hospital, and only 0.1% require ICU. Why should I be in them? I'm not in them. None of you is going to be in them. Keep a very positive outlook. This is how hundreds and hundreds of people have transformed lives, not to mention the services, the food, the so many things that have been given, but it's all about emotion. It's only about the vibrations that you see.
And honestly, in our organization also, I think overnight we were able to get 50 plus volunteers who signed up immediately. We went out and said we want to start a voluntary program who will then support the families and the colleagues in whoever needs beds or whatever, 24, morning 7 to 11 in the night. And overnight, we got 50 plus volunteers who've been working during off working hours and contributing and taking care of people. So I think, yes, I agree. I think it is all in their mind, and a lot of people have really gone out of their way to support others. And I think that's the way to really take care of your stress as well. Any other tools that you would say? I mean, people talk about saying that, okay, you do meditation. Someone says you do yoga. Someone says you go do, multiple things. Each one of us actually has different ways in which you deal with situations. But from your side, are there things that you suggest that people should do or take care of this?
Meditation and spirituality is not for you. It's not for anybody in this world. It's for people who actually really feel the need of it. Why do you eat food? Or in fact, the invite must have gone to hundreds and hundreds of people. Why only 110 people are here? Because they felt that I need this particular thing. That is why my message to you is only one, my dear. These are times of great transformation, amazing transformation. COVID has told us that we make plans for years and years and years, and we are going to be successful. But it took only 1 month for this little virus to bring the whole world to its feet. Why? Because of our materialistic needs, our greed has led us nowhere. Today, we understand our life, our happiness, and our family should be our priorities. Today is going to be one of the most revealing sessions of your life. You would have never even imagined what you are going to listen today with the live examples. And take only one message is that if you don't change, nothing is going to change outside. That's the bottom line of your life. Remember, change is always talked about for others. Oh, you should change. The lecture was so nice. You should have heard it. No, it's not for anyone else. It's for you. If I, even as I take a sit in front of you, I start thinking about bringing that change in my own life. The moment I transform my life, the moment I choose to become the change, everything outside has to, will, and will definitely fall in place. Magic has to be created, and you are the instruments for it. Nothing else. You have people who are taking motivating lectures, who are people who have been coming to you. Remember, I'm not a motivator. In fact, nobody in this world can ever motivate you. There is only one person in this world who can motivate you. That is you yourself. Only yourself. We are here only to inspire you as a family and share our thoughts. And that is why even in today's lecture, we talk about resilience and viral illnesses. I'll be talking about 3 live examples, and one of them, my own terminal brain illness, out of which, I recovered the times of great resilience that I actually practice. So be on board, enjoy this beautiful, lovely session. And I'm pretty sure that you guys will be able to relate your own life. You relate your own life. You'll be able to pick your own life into this and fit like tea into this particular thing. So 3 live examples, 3 stories, and 6 life-changing messages. Most revealing journey of your life if you choose to be the change in your life. Shishi, such a
Good. Thank you.
talk to you.
Yeah, that's such a pleasure talking to you. And I could go on talking to you, but I think you have a wonderful session ahead. So I would really encourage you to start your session. We have 100 plus participants. So I would, Avanti, I would hand over to you to really work with Dr. Gupta, and we can start the session. Thank you very much. I mean, I'm there on the session, but it was wonderful talking to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Shishir. Thank you, Dr. Gupta, for those wonderful, wonderful words. Very insightful indeed. And without further ado, let us begin with the main session. Dr.
Okay, my dear friends, very, very good evening to all of you. Reclaiming resilience. This is what we are going to visit today. We all understand, as you were just listening, that predominantly 4 emotions that we are living with today are fear, panic, worry, and uncertainty. And whenever these emotions come, the reason is because we are absorbing that negative energy in our life. So let me share a beautiful example for my own life. It was 20th March 2003. I was operating in my cardiology cath lab. I came back home 7:30 p.m. in the night. Suddenly, I started having seizures. I was losing weight for almost 2-3 months, but not much bothered about it. Doctors generally don't take care much. And I was in a semi-conscious state, rushed to a hospital, and it was like a fight between the David and the Goliath. Everything shattered, everything gone down. It was really challenging. And then I found myself admitted in the hospital, my own hospital, my brain scans done, and the brain revealed a large mass inside my brain, an infected mass inside my brain. It was like heaven's down. A young cardiologist, who was studying good life in front of you. What would one be doing at this particular time? Let this be a mystery, and I will be showing you the results in the end with what I did. So this was diagnosed as multi-drug resistant tuberculosis. So to get the things right there in front of you, the amount of stress, the amount of negativity, the amount of pressure that you are going to face in your life is a direct consequence of the outside situation, and it is inversely related to your inner resilience, your coping skills. Now you have 2 options. Either you change the situations, not always possible and often very difficult. And the second thing is you make yourself so powerful, empower yourself so beautifully that you are able to decrease the amount of stress that you are facing. And why this is important? Because situations in our life are lifeless. We add life to them by talking about them, by discussing about them. COVID was there, COVID is there, COVID is going to be like endemic situation in near future. But the amount of energy, the amount of negativity, the amount of talk that we instill in it is going to determine what is going to influence us. So let me share one of the finest and the most beautiful stories ever about resilience. This is a story of Viktor Frankl. You can see this young guy, young boy. In 1905, he was born, had a great aptitude towards psychology, great psychology. He was a Jew. Remember, these were the times of Hitler, and he was living in Austria. And he was married, and he had parents. In 1938, Nazis invaded Austria. What happened to them? He had applied for US visa, and you would be surprised that at that particular time, the visas were given on the basis of lottery. So out of the whole family, only Viktor Frankl, look at this gentleman, only Viktor Frankl got the visa. None of the other person got the visa. He thought that he should go to US, he would have been saved by that time. But ultimately, he stumbled on the 10 commandments of Austria, which were burned by Nazis. And one of them was, honor thy mother and father. So he threw off the visa and decided to stay in Austria. The world was definitely not going to be easy. All of the family were ultimately prisoned into the Auschwitz stain. These are the concentration camps of Nazis. Imagine the concentration camps where people used to be burnt every day. They used to work. They were not given food. The actual pictures right there in front of them. This was the life that they were all leading. And at that particular time, he was shifted to 3 concentration camps. His wife was shifted to a different concentration camp. His parents to different concentration camp. The whole world was shattered. It went off from 1928 to 1947. And in 1947, ultimately, he lost his wife. His parents were dead, but he was liberated in 1947. And he didn't go anywhere outside. He went back to Austria. And at that time, instead of teaching psychology, what he did was he wrote a beautiful book. And that book is one of the best sellers in the world today, Man's Search for Meaning, a classic tribute to hope from the Holocaust. This was the book which he wrote. And what he said, which summarizes inner resilience, just understand this. Everything can be taken away from man. Everything. But one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in the set of circumstances and to choose one's way, that is your own conscious choice. My dear friends, nothing can better explain the present times. Everything going bad, everything going on a rampage, families dying, people dying, not getting. But what is my thought? How am I choosing my attitude at that particular time is going to determine my inner resilience. So what is inner resilience? It's your ability to bounce back. Your ability to bounce back from negativities, from difficulties in life, by your positivity, by your optimism, by your attitude, and remaining calm and stable. That is the beauty, and that is what is called inner resilience. It's all about exercising your mind and training your mind. What are those tools? What are those simple ways by practicing which we can easily transform our life? Challenges are going to be there. Remember, it's not only just COVID. Nature and COVID is giving you serious tough times. Remember, the family is going to give you challenges. The professional level is going to give you challenges. Social challenges. The government policies are giving us challenges. And here you are right in the middle. Right in the middle. Either you change your profession, you change your family, you change the government, you change the nature of the social life. These are possibilities, but often very, very difficult. But the very beautiful option is you empower and change your own self. That is what inner resilience is all about. It's all about using challenges and turning them into opportunities. All your own mind, all your own thought process. So let us analyze this situation. Typical traffic jam. Maybe in Delhi, maybe in Ahmedabad, maybe in Uttar Pradesh. Your company asks you to come for a meeting. You get out on the road just to find yourself stuck up in this wonderful traffic. The meeting is urgent. you really have to reach office on time. What would be the thought process that you all would be going through? What would be the thought process that you all will be going through? 95% of us, not 100, 95% of us would start getting irritated. Some of us will start getting really angry, and out of those 95%, a little percentage will completely lose control over their own self. This is 95%. But 5% of us tell our mind that, tell our office that we are stuck up in a traffic. I cannot help it. The situation is bad. The moment traffic is over, I will reach office. And they choose to remain calm and stable. They choose to remain absolutely calm and stable. They enjoy their music. They enjoy their work on the laptop. Nothing is bothering them at all. So my question to you, ask yourself, who is responsible for our behavior? Who is responsible for our behavior? Is the situation responsible or we are responsible? Naturally, the answer is situation being same for everybody, we are responsible for the way we behave in one particular situation. And why this is happening? Because all of us practically are living our life in an emergency. 95% of us, remember those people, 95% of us, they are living their life in a reactive or an autopilot. A stimulus comes and they react. Another stimulus comes and they react. And another stimulus comes and they react. But those 5% of us, they choose and convert this reactive behavior into a responsive behavior, into a mindful behavior, just by one thing. And that one word is pause. To stop. To let your mind think before you respond or react in any particular situation. That is my first powerful message to you, my dear. Between the stimulus and the response, there is a space. Between every stimulus and a response, there is a space. And in that space, in that pause, in that halting, in that stopping is your power to choose your response. And in that response will lie your growth and your inner freedom. COVID is there. Situations were bad, but there were people who were stable. There were people who were happy. There were people who were losing their family members, yet they remained stable and chose to create and serve other people and create a purpose in their life. That is what inner resilience is all about. Remember, my dear friend, very important thing is situations may not be the way you want, but one thing that can be the way you want is your own mind, your own inner self. So whenever difficult situations, difficult tasks, challenges are coming to you, always choose to pause and think, what should be the way I behave in this particular situation? How should I respond in this particular situation? If we and our mind is not stable, what will happen is we will react in a situation and then we go back and revisit our behavior and then start analyzing. And that is not what inner resilience is all about. Then what is that space that we are talking about? What is going on in that space? That space is nothing, but that space is our mind. That space is our own inner self. That space is telling us repeatedly that yes, this is where you have to work. And that space is our inner machinery. No, you are able to create 50,000 thoughts in a single day. This is your power. This is your beauty. And out of those 50,000 thoughts, my dear friend, your mind is having 95% of the thoughts that are negative, that are repetitive, that are waste, and that are purposeless. Only 5% of our thoughts are positive, powerful, purposeful thoughts. And that shows the quality, the essence of our life. That shows that how and what quality of life that we are creating in our brain. Remember that only 5% of our thoughts are positive. Then what will be our judgment power? Why? Because every thought that you are creating is going to give you a behavior. If you are having a negative thought, the behavior will automatically be negative. Remember, if the fear is the driving force, your behavior will be a consequence. It will be negative, it will be anxious, it will be depressive behavior, it will be irritable behavior. And that behavior is going to have negative feeling. These negative feelings, these negative feelings are going to trigger the same negative thoughts, and these negative thoughts are again going to trigger the same negative behavior. Then where are we able to evolve ourselves? That is one. My third message to you, that in these turbulent times, choose to design your your thoughts, your own conscious choice. When we are able to empower every thought with a lot of love, with a lot of positivity, we are able to design our destiny. But when we are not able to master our mind, we are not able to take charge of our thoughts, then our mind becomes a very, very dangerous master. When we make our mind a beautiful friend, then it really acts like a very beautiful servant. All our conscious creation, all our conscious choice. So every thought that you are thinking is creating your future. If we think the world has gone haywire, everything is negative in this world, nothing good is happening, things don't look very optimistic, you are absolutely right. Your thoughts are triggering the same response. Your thoughts are radiating outside, and you are attracting that energy towards yourself. And the destiny is going to be the way you are looking. But if all of us choose to have very positive and powerful thoughts, everything is going to work out. Even the toughest of the storms, they get tired. I will be safe. Our families will all be happy and powerful. You are right. And you start attracting that destiny towards your own self, all your conscious creation. So instill your thoughts with a lot of love, positivity, and hope. Remember that story that four candles were burning. The candle of peace goes off, the candle of love goes off, and the candle of faith also goes off. And the child starts crying. He said that all the three candles have gone, and even the fourth one will also go away. How do I look at this? The fourth candle said that don't worry, I will never go away. And if I don't go away, all the three candles will start burning again because I am hope. Hope is the rope that will swing you in this world from negativities to the positivities. And that is your. So pessimism is synonymous with weakness, my dear friends, and optimism is synonymous with power. So instill every thought of your mind with hope, with optimism, with love, with safety, with purity, and with joy for everyone. And you will suddenly see yourself attracting everything in your life which is positive. My fourth message to you is design your belief in these times. Often in these times, we tell people to behave properly. Please be happy, please be stable, don't worry, please be peaceful, things come and go. But I have learned to live in my life that we can never challenge and change the behavior of anyone. That's why this is, because our behavior is the consequence of our belief system. Bring that traffic jam again. 95% of the people believed that traffic jam is stressful and their behavior was very negative. 5% of the people believed that traffic jam has no relation with their mind and their behavior was absolutely stable. So why? In today's lecture, inner resilience is all about giving yourself a evidence-based, a powerful belief system. Design your belief, lead with your belief, and articulate with your belief. Because behavior, your aptitude, your emotions are always, will always, and have always been a function of your belief system. So inner resilience is all about working on your belief system, giving yourself continuously positive input that yes, you are going to be fine. Everything is going to be perfect. And that is how you create positive and beautiful, powerful life. Because beliefs will completely change you. My fifth message to you is identify the meaning and the purpose at a given moment. You see, life without a purpose is like a body without a soul. People are, if they lose the purpose of their existence, everything in this world looks negative. Everything in this world looks hopeless. And I'll share this beautiful example from the story of Viktor Frankl. One day he was walking in the night, and this he very beautifully describes in his memoirs. And what he says was, out of 1.3 million people who were in the concentration camps, 1.1 million were already dead. And in that cold temperature, icy rocks, barefooted, swelling in his feet, he was working in the night. And he could have also lost hope. But he writes that what was he imagining? He was imagining as if he was liberated from the concentration camp. He was talking in a large hall and sharing his Holocaust experiences. And he also writes that he dreamt that he is meeting his wife and giving her a beautiful flower bouquet. He was looking for a purpose in his life. That is the beauty. Because those people who are able to find purpose, those people who have the why to live in their life can bear with almost any how to live in their life. That is very, very important. That is the crux of our inner resilience. If we understand that why we have to live, these are the reasons we have to serve ourselves, we have to serve the whole world, then the situations and the difficulties in our life don't matter, because we are living with a purpose. This was Viktor Frankl, the man who created purpose even when every moment he was living was completely surrounded by only one word, that was a tortuous and a difficult death. Today, in these difficult times, why do we lose our purpose? Why do we become hopeless in our life? Reason is because most of us are working on vocation or profession. Why profession? Because we are getting paid for it. Remember, life is not just our professional life. We have to look at all the aspects of life. This is called creating an ikigai. Ikigai is the reason for our existence. Why? One is passion. What we actually love in our life. Beautifully, what we are good at in our life, what we love in our life, and what the world needs in our life. When we are balancing all of them, the passion, the mission, and the vocation, that is how we are able to create a purpose in our life. Remember, a life which focuses only on our professional existence, only on our familial existence, will never be satisfactory, will never give you happiness and joy. So if we want to look for purpose, if we want to look at the essence of existence, about the purpose of existence, we must focus on what we love to do, what we are good at doing, what we are paid for in our life, and what this world needs, the mission of helping somebody. These are the times that tell us, like, just Shishir was sharing, that you guys just went out voluntarily helping. The mission, that is the importance. That mission is going to make you survive, going to give you happiness in your life. And balancing right there in front, in the center, is your ikigai. You are able to create that joy and happiness in it. So the life is all about perspectives, my dear. Your perspective, the way you are looking at this situation, is going to transform your life. It's not important that what you are looking at. What is very important is what you are seeing in your life. You will look at hundreds and hundreds of things, but the energy that you absorb inside your life, that is going to become the part of your ecosystem, and that is what is going to manifest in your life. Look at the simple example. The lady says 6 and the other lady says it's 9. Both. Just because you are right doesn't mean that I'm wrong, because you haven't seen the life from my position. So change your perspective. If the perspective has been negative, situations might have been bad. Situations might have been difficult for you and your family. Not to undermine that, but what is the way forward? Is the thinking about the same negative situations the way? Is thinking and giving the negative vibration to those people who we have lost, if we are giving them more and more negative energy, they are going to take birth and they are going to experience the pain and the negative vibrations that we are radiating from here to those souls. If you want to get those souls liberated and be happy and peaceful, you have to change your perspective. You have to radiate peace and happiness, not only to yourself, but to everyone. And that is one. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at, they change. When you change the way you look at people, the people you look at, they change. And when you change the way you look at situations, the situations you look at, they also change. So it's all about your perspective. If you want to reclaim your resilience, changing your perspective is one of the simple, powerful ways. Look at this gentleman, Superman. We all have lived this. We all have lived this. Our childhood watching the movies of Superman. And Christopher Reeve was a great guy. He was fond of horse riding. And one day when he was riding, suddenly he stumbled, his horse fell down, and he sustained severe injuries in his spine. He was barely conscious, he couldn't move, and he was given only 2 months to live. They knew that he's not going to survive. But this gentleman, by his purpose, by his resilience, by his inner power, he kept on coming again and again. He was never able to come back to normal. His tracheostomy was done. But what he did was, he started thinking in his mind that let me live a life with a purpose. He created a Christopher Reeve's Paralysis Foundation. And from the real Superman, he became a real life Superman. And how did he do that? Because he chose to create a purpose in his life, that foundation in his life. His family was with him. His wife was always with him. And he helped so many people with paralysis throughout his life. So why this is important? As Dr. Viktor Frankl beautifully summarized, that when we practice this, in some way, every suffering that we are undergoing, it ceases to be a suffering. It stops to be a suffering the moment we find a meaning in that. The moment we find the meaning of the sacrifice in that. We often say, oh, doctors, I've really sacrificed my life. This is so bad. I've lost my own people. It's so bad. But remember, if I have another outlook that yes, there's a meaning because I'm serving those innocent souls, those children, those angels of God. And when I find that meaning, God serves as my protector. God serves as my own inner angel. And that is what has helped us in these difficult and turbulent times. We have doctors, our youngsters who were so ill. They have suffered COVID in first wave also, and even in the second wave, but their ability to bounce back, their ability, their dedication, unsaid, serving continuously, helping everyone has helped them to bounce back to a real life healing. That is what, my dear friends, sacrifice is all about. It's not about suffering. It's about finding the meaning in that suffering. That is what the essence. So it's all about creating an opportunity in that. How do you do that? Your question would be, the difficult times are there, but how do I actually do that in a resilience? The most simple tool is to practice powerful self-talk. Talking to your own self. What is the problem today? Is that people are telling each one that everything will be fine. Don't worry, sab theek hai, everything is going to be perfect. But what happens inside? Inside, I am talking to myself. What is self-talk? I am talking to myself that there is something wrong might happen. It is the steady stream of the internal dialogue in our mind that is constantly below the conscious thoughts. It's like air which is present everywhere, but we are not aware. I'm telling myself that everything is going to be perfect, but my inner self, my subconscious mind is continuously telling my inner mind that there might be certain things which are wrong. There might be challenges, there might be difficult situations. And then when I'm feeling that, situations really go. So it is very important for all of us to take out time every day to inculcate positive talk with our own self. It builds confidence. I am fine. I'm going to be perfect. Everything around me is going to be absolutely perfect. I'm happy. I'm stable. I'm a very resilient soul. Nothing outside is going to give and shatter my emotions. Give yourself this positive feeling with a lot of belief that yes, I can do this. This is the power that you have to inculcate. It builds confidence. It will improve your attitude. It inculcates love for your own self in a relation. It helps you cope up with stress. And of course, it helps you work through challenges like this. Much better emotional control. Every day, 5 to 10 minutes in the morning, and every day, 5 to 10 minutes before you go to sleep, disconnect from the digital world and talk to yourself. Today is going to be a great day. Today was a great day. If something wrong has happened, doesn't matter. Tomorrow is going to be a fantastic day. This is the power of self-talk. And how does it work? It reprograms your. It is like, you are rewiring your brain with a new circuitry. And how does it happen? This is called neuroplasticity. When you are giving repetitive thinking to your, when you're giving repetitive positive feedback to your brain synapse neurons get hardwired. You see, repetitive thinking will make those neurons much more stronger. And the other neurons, they get weakened and they practically disappear. It takes 21 days to form a very strong and a powerful. So continuous positive self-talk with your belief, I am going to be perfect, is what you need. Habits are nothing, but they are well-traveled paths. What is habit? Repetitively traveling the same route. If you want to change that route, you repetitively design a different route and your life will turn towards that. That is what inner resilience is all about. So before I move further, we have much more stuff. Let us take only 10 seconds now. Let us pause. Let me tell myself that I am a very peaceful soul. See yourself as a peaceful soul, resilient soul, full soul. Tell your mind, I'm going to be peaceful. Everything is going to be perfect for me. I am stable. Come back. So these kind of self-talks you can do every single hour, only 10-15 seconds talking to yourself, telling yourself, I'm going to be absolutely perfectful and fine. Whenever these difficult time comes, challenging time comes, why do we lose our resilience? Because we start blaming each other. We start blaming. The blaming is one of the most difficult and turbulent things in our life. The moment we blame, what happens? We are making ourselves emotionally unstable. If I tell you repetitively, everything is bad, this is because of you, because it is happening, you always do these kind of things, you are responsible for this, what happens? I suddenly start believing that yes, probably situations are bad because of me. And when we tell in an organization of people tell each other, that belief system starts changing. And then what happens? It destroys the clarity of our mind. No doubt, we are able to see, but we lose insight into the situation. Would you like to do that? Actually, never blame. The most important tool to reclaim the inner resilience is to avoid blaming your own self and stop holding other people and situations responsible for you. Nobody is responsible. You yourself are creating your own life and your own destiny. And that is how you are going to create. So have a solution focused approach. Resilience is about having a beautiful solution focused approach and not a problem focused approach. It is not important who has done it. What is more important is what should we be doing now that everything starts changing. So that is why resilience is about an abnormal reaction to an abnormal situation is a normal behavior. When people and when situations are expecting you to be turbulent, when people and situations are expecting you to be negative, at that particular time, you choose to be stable, you choose to be normal, you completely transform your own. This is resilience. This is the bottom line for reclaiming resilience. When people expected that you would be behaving this way, when people thought that you would be turbulent, you would be really anxious, you are remaining absolutely cool and stable. That is what is an abnormal reaction to an abnormal situation is a normal behavior. And you start reclaiming that resilience. So transcend your limits, my dear friends. Cover this gap. The best way to create your future is from the unknown. Future cannot be created from known. Future has to be created from the unknown. You have to step out to the unknown to create your own future. You have a choice to be just one of them, or you also have a choice to just jump out and be the change that you want to see in other people. Remember, why this is important? Because when we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. This is resilience. We are repeatedly challenged to change ourselves, and this challenge completely transforms our life. So don't limit your challenges. Challenge your limit. You are an unlimited, powerful soul. You can create any destiny that you want in the present. My second last message to you is nurture your relations in this time. My dear friends, relations and our life is a precious and a beautiful gift that we get enough. Remember to nurture them, to take care of them. Remember, the most and the simple secret, this is Dr. Robert Waldingberg. He did a beautiful study, and this study is called the Harvard Second Generation Study. And what he examined was, he followed up the Boston graduates, both rich people and the poor people. And over generations and generations, for 75 years, he followed them. And he said, there is only one secret to leading a fulfilling and a happy life. What was that secret? Good relations and happy life is the only secret, because they protect our bodies and they also protect. My dear friend, if we want to reclaim resilience, it is very, very important to live life as a take care of each other. Even not just this family, the family of the world and friends at you. These are the times that tell us that sit together, detach. The most precious gifts that you can give to somebody is your love, is your time, and is your attention. Nobody wanted money in these times. Nobody wanted any car or any materialistic wealth in this time. Everything was locked up. Everything was in the bank. But you required simple two clothes, simple food to eat, and connection with each other. People wanted to talk to each other. And that is what is the beauty of it. So take out love, take out time, and take out attention for taking care. That is the beauty. Take out time for relations. It's good to be a child sometimes. In my family, my father is a gastroenterologist, my mother is a gynecologist, I'm a cardiologist, and my younger sister is an entrepreneur. She runs a very big business. Only four of us. But when we come back to home, none of us is a doctor, none one of us is an entrepreneur. We are only a family. We will enjoy our life. We will play games. Everybody is a wonderful cook. They will enter into the kitchen. They will do small things. And remember, we always eat dinner together. 45 years in our family, we have been connected with each other. We have never missed a dinner. It's a e-free dinner. No telephone, no television, only connecting with each other with love and joy. This is what we need in it. Today, my dear friends, we have created home within home. We have everything, but connecting each other with digital life. Ask yourself, what are the emotions that you would like to have in your life? Is it the emotions of anger or irritation? Is it the emotion of hatred and jealousy? Is it the emotions of competition, criticism, or complaint? Would you like your mind to be decorated by this? Definitely. If we choose to make our mind full of all these negative emotions, your mind is going to be nothing better than a plain and a simple dustbin, just a dustbin. But if you choose, decorate your mind, to decorate the kitchen of your mind with love, with acceptance, with compassion and appreciation, this is what makes your life beautiful. I leave you with 4 powerful emotions to decorate your mind today. And those emotions are noted down in your life. One is peace, one is love, one is gratitude, and the last one is a very beautiful emotion of appreciating appreciating, accept and appreciate everyone, love everyone, give peaceful vibrations, and be thankful to God and to everyone in this world. Your whole life will completely transform. This is the time. Just enjoy with your family and friends. Just be with your family, and you see your whole life will transform. Resilience is nothing. It's a natural gift that you have. It's only about revisiting and recreating those emotions. And when you are able to do so, you are able to be very powerful and peaceful inside. And my dear friend, the last thing, these are times when you have been taking care, charging your phone, charging your laptop, and doing everything. But my question to you is, do you take out time to charge your own mind also? Mind has been functioning throughout our life, didn't it? It has been functioning right throughout the day. You charge your phone and even carry a power bank. My question to each one of you, ask yourself, how many times in one day, forget about one day or today, how many times over last 1 week, okay, forget about 1 week, how many times in last 1 month you took out few moments of solitude to charge your, to make it understand that you are not just a doing, but you are a human being. Dear friends, meditation is nothing. It's all about giving space to it. The moment we meditate, we tell our mind, our thoughts to come less. Their quantity starts decreasing gradually. The moment the thoughts decrease, the thoughts become slow, and they also become more and more powerful. When our thoughts are slow, beautiful, powerful, and less in amount, we are creating magic in. So, what did I do? By the power of meditation, when I was suffering in that particular time, there was illness. I was suffering with this brain illness. What happened in near future? I underwent a surgery on 20th June 2005. I was ingesting almost 13, 14 tablets every day for 1.5 years. Nothing working. I was having pain, but the hope and the love and the happiness was not gone even for a single moment in my life. After 20th June, my brain was healing. 6 months after the surgery, you see, there was another lesion that started appearing in my brain. This was really challenging. People said that this now cannot be operated. I was limited with options. What should I be doing now? These particular times, when I was already optimally taking medicines, I chose to take up to very powerful meditation in my life. I always meditate. But at that particular time, I did 1 year focused meditation for my own mind that I'm absolutely fine. Nothing is going to happen to my brain. My every brain cell is healthy and happy, and my brain is being powerfully healed by my vibrations. And also, after 1 year, in April 2007, look at this what happened. Not only the older lesion completely regressed, the newer lesion that had appeared in January 2006 completely disappeared. The power of inner resilience is nothing outside, my dear friends. It's about your own inner. You have to create that magic in your own mind. What does meditation tell you? Meditation just synchronizes our brain. It heals our brain. It harmonizes our brain, both right as well as the left hemisphere. And when both the hemispheres are working in complete harmony with each other, that is where, when we create that power and that joy, that is where when this healing starts happening. So let us sit back and relax for a few minutes and have a very powerful experience of this meditation. Be absolutely relaxed and peaceful as we go on a journey of inner resilience. So take a deep breath. Let go of all the negativities, all the worries, all the challenges. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and inhale love and gratitude. And as you exhale, my dear friends, exhale all that you don't want it. See yourself as a powerful, as a peaceful, as a loving, as a pure soul. Experience power of God's love and God's purity, showering your mind, showering your soul. It is creating a very powerful and peaceful aura all around you, a protective aura all around. I radiate all the positivity and peace to my thoughts, making my thought, making my thoughts peaceful, making my thoughts loving. I am innately resilient. Nothing outside, no negative situation outside can affect my mind, can affect my stability. Let me understand and let me be in that state, peace, inner love, gratitude. Every cell of my body is peaceful and is calm. I radiate the same peace to the world outside, to the nature, to every soul who needs it. Change my environment, my family, my society, my country, and my world is becoming peaceful and stable. Shanti, Shanti. So you see, the power to change is nothing outside. The power to change is only with our own self. If we want, we can actually create magical life. Inner resilience is not about following any 10 or 20 point principles. Nothing. You all are innately resilient. It's only about empowering your own, making your own self as your best. So nothing is going to change until and unless we change in our hope and believe that these times are going to give you at least some few thoughts to contemplate, to change your life and serve millions and millions of people who are going to waiting for you healing vibrations. Thank you and Om Shanti. Also invite you for the beautiful evening meditations and also the Raj Yoga meditation course that we have been conducting. It is only for 15 minutes from 9:30 p.m. every day to 9:45 p.m. every day. Ask Brother Sanjeev Bhai, or I'll share with Avantika. And she will Avanti, and she'll be able to share with all of you that just come and join for a few minutes. And you will see that those 15 minutes will leave you more and more empowered, peaceful. Thank you, Om Shanti.
Thank you, Dr. Gupta. That was a wonderful, wonderful session yet again, second time in a row with us. Definitely, I'm sure everyone has enjoyed it. Everyone has also a lot to take away from everything that you have shared, the beautiful examples, one of your own as well. Extremely, extremely insightful and encouraging, most importantly, right? All are saying it was a great session. And some things, like you said, which I also resonate with you, the power of self-talk. Yes, eventually, that's what we all do. Even when you're angry, frustrated, want to motivate yourself, power of self-talk always works. So yes, one should keep practicing that more and more, right? I'm sure all our participants also have great questions to ask you. I have one of my colleagues who has, shared that she would like to ask you a question. So I'm going to, unmute you now, Annapurna. You may ask your question.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you, Avanti. Doctor, at the outset, thank you very much for such an inspiringly powerful session. It sure resonated with me, and having been a practitioner advocating these principles for a very long time, this, in a way, was very, very reassuring. So thank you once again. Uh, now, that said, I have a curious question. As a cardiologist, I'm sure you have one of the most stressful professions in the world, for sure. So, in such an environment, where there is a lot of clinical, financial pain and despair that you see around, how do you balance your work and self?
I've never given this privilege to anyone, and even to my work, to take away my happiness and life. Never. Because I have always believed that this balance is not created outside, balance is always created inside. And the second thing I would also like to say is I will never let this word busy and stress associate with me. Because the moment people introduce me as a busy cardiologist, we do operate, it's one of the busiest centers, no doubt, of the country. There is no doubt about it. But the word busy itself is an energy depleter. So all those people who are still there with us on this webinar, let us do one very small exercise before you leave. Let us let go of this word busy from our dictionary and instead replace this word busy from busy to be easy in our. In this word busy itself, there is a beautiful word called be easy. So you are be easy inside, and when you are be easy inside, you are always easy outside. That's the crux. That's the bottom line. So never let go. Jaldi karo, busy hu. This is spreading faster than the virus in the present generation. Tell yourself, easy raho, everything is going to be fine. Take out a few minutes and everything is going to be okay.
Doctor, thank you so much. That was such a wonderful takeaway. Busy versus easy. Thank you very much.
Busy versus be easy. That makes it more complete and more
Busy versus be
beautiful.
easy. Thank you.
Be
Thank you
easy.
so much.
Insecurity. Your question that comes is insecurity. Oh, naturally. You say in these times, some people say it's natural to be insecure. What are you insecure? Insecurity is a consequence of uncertainty. Insecurity in profession, insecurity of this. I'll tell you my example. You see, it was when I was preparing for my cardiology. Everything was working havoc. People used to have waitings for years and years. Then they used to get cardiology. I went to my mother, who's a gynecologist. I said, I'm studying for cardiology, but I don't think I'm going to make it this year. It's very difficult. She said, how many seats are there in India for cardiology? I said, there were 3. At that time, there were only 3 seats. She said, how many do you want? I said, I want 1. She said, you focus on 1. Why are you focusing on 3? Why are you focusing on who's preparing? You just focus on one seat and you will get it, irrespective of who is doing. And that changed my brain. I programmed my brain. I let go of the insecurity. I started focusing on looking at the purpose, looking at my aim that this is going to happen in my life and everything is going to be absolutely perfect. I studied, irrespective of who were there, everything were there. I taught in my country. The record still holds on. Nothing is going to stop you. So insecurity is a consequence of uncertainty. Never be uncertain. You are the master creator of your certainty. If you choose to create that certainty, everything is going to happen wonderful. You choose, you design your destiny. That is what I'm telling you. Every moment you design, this is the way I want to live my life. This is the way I want to design my life. And you see, ek din karna. Never say Dr. Gupta has asked us to change our life. No, no, no. Please don't do it. It is not possible. Please tell yourself, Dr. Gupta has asked us, or you can say Mohit has asked us to change our one day. You change your one day. You change your one day, you see your life will be changed. You completely get changed. Okay. Anything else you would like to
We
ask?
have one
Like an
last
answer?
question from a very, unique question, I'd say.
Okay.
Mr. Pai here wants to know, how do you make his teenage son to join them at the dinner table every day, including on weekends as well?
It's all about a practice. My mother, it is not that we have not had anything. We enjoy, we cook everything, we have multiple things, but there's certain principles that right from our childhood we have been taught. Very simply and integrated. Dinner is always to be taken together. No preferential meals for anyone until and unless it is really indicated. No preferential meals. One meal will be prepared. All of four of us will be sitting. We cook ourselves, there's no generally, and we will have that together. Tell your child that when we have dinner, we energize our dinner by a lot of emotions of love, positivity, and that connect is there. You have to be a little strict at times also. Mother can say, I'm not going to serve you until unless all of you come down here and sit here on the table. This is the way, this is the practice that you have to do. Children might resist, oh no, please give it to my room. My mobile is on, my laptop is on. No. Even today, as a cardiologist, being a professor of the cardiology, the moment I enter, until unless I'm on call, I'm waiting for a call, my sister, younger sister would always tell me, Bhaiya, please switch off or keep your phone on silent. Don't listen to it. Let us sit and take out 20 minutes to enjoy our meals together. Television, it doesn't run. You would be surprised. I've been going on television shows, chat shows in these COVID times. But today, to be very honest with you, it's more than 2 months I've opened a television in my home. I don't even open television. I've been going live on chat. The connect has to develop. The initiation has to be there from your own side. It is a practice that you have to do. It's a beautiful practice. You do it, I'm telling you, you may end up fighting with each other. That's agreeable. And that is worth it. We also do that off and on. We are having differences of opinion. Nahin, aisa nahin, jis tarike se hona chahiye. It's fine. But that emotional connect is there. Why? Because it is free of this little nuisance. When this little nuisance is off from your life, the quality of your conversations, according to the study conducted in Stanford University, California by Dr. Lakshmi, says the quality of your conversations will go up by 40 to 50%. So your call.
Wonderful,
Anything else?
wonderful.
Anything else?
And I'm sure, our question, Zika would definitely have had some good thoughts from it, and I'm sure they'll put it into practice. Thank you very much. I don't think we have more questions, but we certainly have our Director of HR, Monisha James, also with us on the call. And I'm very sure, knowing her keenness towards, all these beautiful sessions, she's also the starter of, these kind of beautiful practices within the organization. And without her, I'm sure, a lot of these good initiatives wouldn't have existed. So over to you, Monisha. Nothing goes without your words. Please do share your, feedback and share your experience about this session.
Thanks, Avanti, for those lovely words. So thank you so much. I think I enjoyed every second, every bit of, listening to you. It was wonderful. And I was smiling, while listening. So really, it was very nice. I just noted down some things. Firstly, the way you opened up about what you went through in your personal time, 2005, 6, 7. I think, that was lovely. And thank you so much for sharing it with us. It was a very, very personal thing, but you chose to do it. And we all would have, learned a lot from that. I completely agree. Our reactions are our control. And, I was just thinking, I have two kids, not kids now, they are grown up. But we used to tell them, 10 तक counting करो. कुछ बोलने से पहले गुस्सा आता है तो 10 तक counting करो. I think we forgot all this. बड़े होते होते, we forgot to do the 10 का counting because like you rightly mentioned, those 2-3 seconds. वो बोलना है आगे से, चुप रहना है, क्या वर्ड्स यूज करने हैं, किस टोन में जवाब देना है. That changes the entire direction of the conversation. So that was, that was really, very, very nice. Hardwiring in the brain from positive affirmations is again something I think a lot of us will be able to relate to, which will help us in the current situation to, constantly re-emphasizing to ourselves that, it's okay, it's going to be fine, everything's good, like, all is well. The song which went viral, actually we should say that all is well. And it beautifully ties up this session because today we are concluding an appreciation week, that has been running in the company where everyone is, appreciating their colleagues, their team members, sending cards, a note of gratitude. So I could so relate to this that, when I got, those comments and cards, it brought a smile to my face. And I'm so, looking forward to the evening when we conclude this, that, so many smiles we would have spread across this week. And last but not the least, busy with Be Easy. It was amazing. I think, it'll stay with me throughout that it's not busy, but just being easy on ourselves and taking out that time for ourselves. Yeah, I can go on and on, but I know we have exceeded the time today, which is very, very rare. But thank you so, so much. Really appreciate. I think every bit counts. And the session is, I could read the comments, I could get some messages on my phone. It's been really, people have really related to it. So thank you once again for taking out time, sharing with us, your journey, your thoughts, and inspiring all of us.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Om Shanti and be the change.
Om Shanti.
And be the change. Okay. Have a wonderful.
True.
I'll be sharing the link
Thank
for
you.
meditation.
Please do.
Definitely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Gupta. Thank you, Manusha. And thank you everyone
Thanks.
who made time for this session.
Everyone.
Today.
True.
Have a good
Absolutely.
evening and have a good weekend ahead, everybody.
Yes.
Thank you.